Hey everybody, Daniel the Dragon here at the Fire in the Hell 03 channel with our Halloween special retro classic movie bonanza for Halloween. Yeah, I'm not getting that down. So anyway, here's the caption. So now you know what this is, and we're doing Sleepaway Camp 3. Last time was Sleepaway Camp 2. Hope you guys enjoyed. This movie is only 80 minutes long. This one, actually, I will say, is probably not the best in the series, mostly because I find that I just recently watching it, the imagination kind of seemed to fizzle out a little bit, but as you can see, like I said, I still have the box set, and you can definitely get a great quality one from Shout Factory. Not advertising because I'm not getting paid for it. I'm just telling you because if you want to get this box set of movies, Shout Factory puts out some really great stuff, so you guys should definitely check it out. I don't have it. I wish I did, and maybe I'll get it down the line. But in the meantime, let's go with our Sleepaway Camp 3 Teenage Wasteland review. Okay, so this movie basically starts off with a young girl going and getting ready for camp. And yeah, we already get nudity right off the bat because she's sleeping topless and she has tattoos on her chest. One that says milk and the other one that says shake. So yeah, she ain't lasting very long. Now, she's going to the street to catch the bus and she's chased by a truck. She gets hit by a garbage truck and tossed into the back and crushed. It's Angela. There's no hiding it at this point. And she's dressed exactly like this girl. And I never 100% noticed it until I started watching it this time. And I'm like, wow, wait a second. How the hell did she know this is what she was going to wear? She could have worn anything and it wouldn't have made a difference. But she's wearing the same shirt, the same pants. I get the fact that she must have been scoping this girl out because she copied her hair. But, okay. Like, this is just a little weird. And you can tell there was a little lack of a true substance story there. So now Angela gets on the bus and we get a cool rock song going in, and the song was pretty cool. And I got to give it points for the song. We'll find out a news reporter is doing the story that this new camp, which is Camp Horizon is on the grounds of Camp Rolling Hills, the previous camp. And yeah, basically you have the people took over the old campgrounds that Angela slaughtered everyone, which they say was 19 people according to the news reporter. Angela killed 19 people, and now they're opening up a camp, and it's a social experiment where they take inner city kids and kids of privilege and they put them together, and by the time that a few days are over, because they're only there for like 3 days, and it's supposed to change their outlook on life. Okay, someone's a little delusional first off, because 3 days doesn't do anything. But you have all your stereotypical like punk kids. You got the kid who's like jean jacket, he's got a bandana around his neck. You got the black kid he's carrying around weapons. He's got his big 80s boom box, so you know it's straight up 80s because he's got a huge boom box, constantly listening to rap music. And it's like, you know, they couldn't get good music, so they got the worst rap music they could find, because some 80s rap is actually really good. There's that tangent there, but the music for the rap stuff wasn't really that good. But you know, you've got the geeky like kids from the suburbs and stuff. Okay, cliches left and right. Angela is the only one that knows the Happy Camper song. But before that, right as they're going to get ready to go and all introduce themselves and stuff, the news reporter talks to each one, gets their names, and before the reporter leaves, she just happens to find the girl that Angela's imposing and taps her on the shoulder and asks if she could find her drugs. She needs a little coke. Here's an advertisement for not doing drugs, people. I mean, weed is one thing, but cocaine? Angela even says it as she's getting drugs for the girl. This reporter's getting drugs, but it's she's getting cleaning supplies. So she's getting like Ajax, Comet, stuff like that. And Angela's even making the comments of, hey, problem with being a drug addict is you don't know if the stuff is pure or not. Yeah, gives her a pretty big, decent-sized bag, and yeah, the reporter ends up frying her brains out. So Angela's now got a body count of 2. Yeah, this movie is, now it's going to start getting a lot less creative with the kills. You've got the rich, pretty girl that she's like, she's walking around topless. You got the Asian badass chick with the pretty big chest. She's got her top off. They're getting their stuff. They're talking about how all the people were murdered. They start blaming Angela for it, even though none of them know Angela and they don't know she's actually there. It's introduced to us that one of the counselors, because they've only got 3 counselors there, happens to be a cop, and he is the father of Sean from the previous movie, from Unhappy Campers, that Angela killed. So yeah, he had apparently arrested Angela when she was a little kid, and now she kills his son, and he's there with her. Nice little tie-in for everything, I guess. That does kind of help the story a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. Just a little bit. So, in the process of Angela doing her thing, she's keeping her morals high as usual. So, she's off with the kids. They get separated into groups of 4. 4 kids to each counselor. Alright, you only got 3 counselors. Alright, this body count is already in a screw job as it is, so let's just speed on through because there really is no creativity in a lot of this stuff. They're doing their thing, and the rich spoiled girl that's in the group with Angela doesn't want to go fishing to get food, and the old pervert that's running the camp goes and he's flirting with her, tries to get in her pants, and in the process, so they're fooling around in the tent. Angela comes back, finds the 2 of them fooling around, and beats him to death with a log, then beats the topless chick to death with the same log. So it's like, okay, we're using a log for a lot of this apparently. Kills those 2. The other 2 idiots that she's got is a kid with likes to spray paint everything, and then you got another one that he likes fireworks, and he's not. And the kid with fireworks is the rich kid. Yeah, she puts a firecracker up this kid's nose and blows his head off, and then she kills the other kid. Not very impressive kills, mind you, in this movie. I wish I could be a little more excited about it. The other one was like, oh, they did this and they did that. It was creative. Not so much. So Angela shows up at the next campsite, tells them, oh, he wants me to switch, and takes the Asian chick and brings her back to the other camp after she's already burned the bodies of the other campers. Kills the Asian chick. Nothing special. Now you see the racist white girl that's with the female counselor, and the female counselor's lazy as hell. So the black guy and the racist girl going back and forth. There's just like, here's your just don't be a racist. Angela's now witnessed the racism going on. It has to go and hang out with the white girl. Yeah, she dead. She finds that she's a cheerleader. She does drugs, and she has sex, and she's a racist, and she's very friendly. All things Angela just doesn't like, so bye-bye. You die. Runs her up the flagpole while she's got her hands tied behind her back, and she's got a blindfold on her, and smashes her head right into the ground from the top of the flagpole. Alright, at least it wasn't a log again. Angela deals with the other idiots. She brings back the old lady, and she gets her back to the camp because she's kind of a bitch and she's eating steak while everybody else has to fish for food, and she doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't want to get up. She's lazy as hell. Yeah. Angela brings her back towards the cabins and throws her in a giant pile of garbage and buries her up to her head in the dirt and garbage. And Angela decides, you know what? Okay. Lawnmower. The old lady's screaming her head off. Angela takes a lawnmower, mows her down, takes off her head. I honestly think they could have done a better job with that one, because the lawnmower would have kind of grinded her head down, because they're going to use the head again later, but it's just, yeah, whatever. So, After that, we have Angela goes back, and you got this geeky politician kid that Angela's dealing with. He likes her, but at the same time, he's kind of a freak. He likes getting tied up. Okay, nothing wrong with that, I guess. So Angela meets him back up at the over by the cabins, ties him up to a tree, and he's thinking he's going to get lucky. Yeah, Angela gets rid of one more shitty politician in the world, which works out great in an election year, mind you, so that was a little fun. Ties his knots around his wrists to the back of the truck and rips off his arms, but we don't see it. So seeing as how we didn't see the effect, we just know he got his arms yanked back and ripped off. We're not seeing the kills like we did in the other one, so this is like, you can tell the budget was cut short. Angela does have a flashback of being in the cabin, and she's singing the Happy Camper song. She's got an even, like, a bigger ribbon around her from the first one, and they've got, like, you're not even seeing the people from the first one. It's just like we refilmed the scene with a big giant ribbon around her neck, and she's singing the Happy Camper song, and there's people on the sides of her, and there's a little audience, but there's no one from the second one. Couldn't even use the footage from the second one, even though it's the same company that put it out, Double Helix. Now, after that, Angela she apparently had time after killing this kid to make a rap tape, throws it into the cabin with the black kid, and yeah, makes Riff, because they had to name him something stupid like Riff. Riff gets the tape thrown into his tent. He checks it, he pops it in. It's Angela rapping about how he curses, he likes to do stupid shit, and yeah, and kicks the spike off the tent, so he topples over. He starts crawling out because this kid's already threatened Angela with a gun, so you knew he was going to die anyway, and being a cliche, he was going to die. So Angela steps on his hand as he sticks his hand out from the collapsed tent, drives the spike through his hand, and then takes another spike and drives it through his back. Okay, we're down 2 groups of campers, and our body count is actually at a relatively decent rate at this point, but it's very quick, like I said. Angela then goes to the other camp with the cop as the counselor. She wants to take the wholesome girl who's having her little romance with the Spanish gang member. Great. Okay, so we got this stupid romance story crap, and the cop decides he's going to walk her over, and Angela twists her ankle. The cop takes care of her, and Angela's telling them how horrible the other counselors are. She's not wrong. She's actually 100% right on this respect. But now Angela does this, and the perky girl wants to go and find out, like, really? Is she really that lazy? Does she sit around all day? She goes out there and she finds the body without a head. Now that that's all over and done with, we have the cop gets shot because he's trying to save people's lives. Yeah, she gets rid of him, killed off him and the son. Thank God. That family lineage is done. Something's happening. I gotta check. Like I was saying, after the family line is now cut short, we get takes the girl who's running through the woods, catches her, brings her back. Boring, boring, boring. Takes the other kids, ties them up, leads them on a little wild goose chase. At this point, the last 2 out of the 3 kids that are tied up, they get killed with axes. Real fun. So, don't be doing that. I'm recording. Sorry about that. So anyway, we happen to then have, she's actually letting the last 2 people go. So since Angela's actually letting the last 2 people go, they stop her, knock her out, they hurt her, and cops are arresting her. They're bringing her in an ambulance. The cops and everybody are debating if they're gonna just kill her, make it easier, and Angela kills the paramedic and the cop in the back of the ambulance as they're driving off. Yeah. What else do I say about this movie? Look, out of the 3 sleepaway camp movies that did come out that everyone knew about before they came out with the 4th installment that is actually called Return to Sleepaway Camp. This one's probably the least favorite of mine, especially after a rewatch, because now that I've seen it, and it's like there's certain issues that I didn't care about before, I kind of care a little bit more about. So the nostalgia factor, I still like it, but I don't like it as much. It's pretty much like, it's a nice binge. If you're going to go and do 1, 2, 3, you can possibly do 4, which we'll talk about next time. But on my recommendation scale, this is pretty much a travel movie. This one's middle of the road. It's not, you don't have to really see it. You're not going to miss anything. You don't, if you don't see it, you're not going to really worry too much. It's not really, you're not avoiding it, and you don't I'm not going to must see it. So it's a travel movie. You can have it on in the background. It's not really going to do too much. Not going to hurt anybody, except maybe your sensibilities. So with that being said, I'm Daniel the Dragon at the Fire in the Hell 03 channel. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel so you can find out more about when I'm doing new videos. There's my social media links down at the bottom. I'll be tweeting out when I do the next movies, along with finding out what the next movies are. You can contact me if you want to see more. Make sure you hit comment down below if there's anything you want to see, or you have any comments on how things are. Hey, never hurts to leave a comment, and I will respond, actually. On top of that, there'll be a link in the description below for the previous Sleepaway Camp 1 and Sleepaway Camp 2 reviews, so you can check those out in case you're joining us a little late in the game. And yeah, I didn't post a spoiler warning because it's an old movie, and this one really, at this point, there's no need for a spoiler warning. That being said, I'm Daniel the Dragon at the Fire in the Hell 03 channel. Make sure you guys check me out, and you can follow any of the other stuff. The links down below. And I'll see y'all next time. Take care, everybody.